the GC, who's probably really mad at Figueiredo and Khalid for eating up his time. I mean, they just completely robbed you of your time there. 17 minutes
That's
off the clock.
That's all right. I mean, that was...
I don't even know what that was.
That was a lot.
It was a lot. It was a lot going on.
And you had to read all the phone numbers at the end there, all the crazy music. Like,
this is why we are who we are.
Take a deep breath after that.
Please, I have a lot to talk to you about.
Yeah.
First of all, let's get the whatever stuff out of the way. How do we do? I mean, I have a lot of questions about Saturday night.
Yeah, sure.
Give us the quick recap.
All right, so we won. Let's do a quick recap. We'll keep it real quick.
Yeah, sorry.
Let's go to singles. We'll just mull right through this. We go 0 in Bellator. I think that's I think that's the first time I've done that on any event. Look at that.
I felt like you almost even predicted this.
Well, I went light on it. Like, as you can tell, I went just like a quarter unit on these underdogs. I thought I was being cool. I thought I was being smart taking underdogs. I thought all these guys had a chance. None of them had a chance. They all got dominated. And then it was an underdog sweep on the main card, and I didn't pick any of them.
And by the way, how about the fact that they stumble upon this guy, Big Tuna?
Yep.
Sort of a fan favorite.
Yep.
Then they put him in the first fight of the night, the curtain jerker.
Yeah.
Not televised. And I know he's fighting a local guy. A local guy beats him.
Beat him easy.
Yeah, mauls him.
Mauls him. Parlays. I did hit my Eagle FC parlay. It was a nice Friday night. Missed the Bellator parlay on the last leg.
Benson.
Questionable split decision.
Wow, didn't like it, huh? You tell him that on Wednesday. He'll be on.
I'll let you tell him.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, didn't get that. So yeah, it is what it is. And then we get to the grand one of them all.
Yes.
WWE.
Oh yes, I can't wait.
I get them both right. I got Ronda and I got Brock. No big deal. My only regret is not putting on more.
Well, you did get Ronda at plus 1,400. What did it close at?
Plus 1,400. Minus 250.
That's crazy.
Minus 250. I can't lie. When she showed up, when the music played, I went crazy. I was on my couch. I was going nuts. So the final recap, just another mad weekend. 3 just mad weekends. Up 0.47 units. So we're just kind of hovering right around the 0 number. Singles 2-10. That looks worse than it actually is because of the WWE plays. But
right.
And then obviously the 0-4 in Bellator wasn't great. So, one of these weekends we're either going to break out, lose big, or win big. Hopefully it's this weekend winning big.
Okay.
So,
now that's out of the way, I have many questions about your Saturday night. First of all, the text message you posted between you and Frank, was that real?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. Cold world out here from Mysterious Frank.
How about that? Not only does he posts a text, but he essentially, shows the world that you are cold as ice.
Yeah, he didn't even talk about it this
Coal
morning.
in your heart.
There was no text message.
It was a Photoshop?
Yeah.
No.
Frank, did you go to his house?
I wasn't invited.
Wow.
Now he's trying to invite me to a Rangers game to make it up. Just kidding. It's getting ridiculous.
Did you watch Royal Rumble, Frank?
I didn't have the means to.
What are you talking about?
I was just waiting by the door. I had my jacket ready, my snow boots.
It was
like any moment he's going to call me over.
It was such a great text. It was amazing. For those that missed it, it was essentially you being super nice. You and the wife are invited. I'm going to get food, drinks, this, and then he essentially said, what did he say back? What was it?
Told me to stop contacting me. Yeah. I wish we had it for reference. I should have had it ready here.
Oh, my God. It was so good. All right. So you watched by yourself or you had other people over?
Me and my roommate.
What'd you think?
Nice. It was this nice snow day.
Oh, yeah, it was. Yeah. I was so afraid that I'd be stuck in St. Louis. God.
Yeah.
I was nervous.
Oh, God, yeah.
I was so nervous about that. Jeez Louise. But luckily
really
all
like
good.
St. Louis.
No, I just didn't, I didn't want to miss the show.
Yeah,
But, flight canceled.
It was entertaining. It's not necessarily my cup of tea.
Okay.
I can tune into Royal Rumble. You're not going to get me on Monday Night Raw or
Fair.
SmackDown.
Maybe WrestleMania, the granddaddy.
I could maybe be talked into WrestleMania. My biggest issue is I forgot. I know
Choose your words wisely.
I know they do the stunts for real and everything, but when they're in
Sure.
when they're punching and kicking and stuff, it's especially
Scripted.
when I had Bellator on the side TV too, so they're doing the suplexes in WWE and then other.
By the way,
guys
those
actually
really
fight
hurt.
for the
I just
fight.
want to let you know.
Oh, I'm sure they do. There's especially
that ring isn't it's not a waterbed,
Yeah, and they brought the chair in and they're smashing each other with the chairs, throwing everyone through tables. So there's that, but it's entertaining. I got a kick out of it. That's all. I'll choose
First Royal Rumble that you watched?
First one ever, yeah.
It's a cool concept, right? Every 2 minutes, someone comes out.
Yeah, I do like the concept. I will say, I was saying this to everyone in here, like, it is, in my opinion, I thought it was fairly predictable what was going to happen.
Okay, well, that's actually, the fans were really upset afterwards. Obviously, I was there, and it felt, actually, I would say that the women's Royal Rumble was actually more entertaining than the men's Royal Rumble, if only because, and I know you wouldn't understand this or appreciate it because you're not a longtime viewer, but a lot of old characters came back, and so that's always fun. There's some nostalgia. There was a nice mix of the young and the old. The men's Royal Rumble felt, after Brock lost the belt in that controversial fashion to Bobby Lashley, our pal, it felt quite predictable that he was going to come back and try to win it. Here's my issue with the whole thing. If I could give you like the hardcore fans issue, Ronda Rousey coming back, Ronda doesn't need to, the Royal Rumble has been used over the years as a platform to propel a talent that's on the rise into the WrestleMania spot, right? You win the Royal Rumble, you get to WrestleMania, you get to pick which title you're going to go after. Ronda doesn't need that propelling. She doesn't need that platform. She doesn't need that. She's Ronda freaking Rousey. She comes back, say, tonight and says, hey, I'm back. Becky Lynch, you beat me in my last match 3 years ago. I'm going to beat your ass. The fans are, yeah, cool. Ronda's back. Same with Brock. Brock gets screwed out of the belt against, Bobby Lashley via Roman Reigns. He comes back and is like, yo, you screwed me, I'm going after you. He didn't need that either. And so it felt to me, A, predictable, and B, like a missed opportunity to build up two new faces for the other title fights in April at Mania. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes.
When you're that big of a star, you don't need the Royal Rumble to propel you because you're already that big of a star. So that's what I think a lot of people are bummed about, and the predictability is obviously an issue.
You talk about like Rousey coming back. I was watching it with my roommate, and she came in late, and I was like, if she shows up, she's going to win. Like, I just don't think there's any way she's going to lose.
So once she came,
as soon as she came out, I was like, all right, this ticket's going to cash. I did get hyped when she won. For me, when Roman Reigns beat, like, I know that he lost to Seth Rollins, but it was like the DQ, which that was so ridiculous.
Also, by the way,
lifts up the arm and like drops it down.
By the way, if this is UFC, if it's Sterling Yan, he should lose the belt in the DQ.
Right. So he keeps the belt. As soon as that happened, I tried to bet it, but the lines were gone. I was like, okay, Bobby Lashley's going to beat Brock Lesnar now. Lesnar is going to come into Mania and he's going to win. But the lines were down. I literally said it to my roommate. I was like, and then as soon as Lesnar lost, I was like, Lesnar's coming in 30th and he's going to win the WrestleMania. And like, it's exactly what happened.
Called it. It's not usually that predictable, by the way. It's not usually, but this one was very predictable.
It's just like from articles that I read, people were like, I could totally see this happening. Right. So, yeah, the predictability of it was kind of like, meh. But I did win money on it, so it made me like it more. And like, I got all hyped when Lesnar came out.
It's fun. It's fun. You could understand the appeal, right? I mean, watching 8 hours of it every week, perhaps not. No, but there are 4 big ones every year. That's one of the big ones. Ronda and I have a long storied history. She's not the biggest fan of Helwani or Helwani. And so a lot of people ask me if I saw her backstage, because basically, they don't let media back there. It's all very controlled. It's, like the forbidden world backstage behind the scenes. Because I'm doing stuff with BT, they let us go back for just a couple matches. And let me tell you, I mean, it's just the most fun just to sit back there and observe. I saw my old friend Patrick. I gave him a piece of my mind because he's been icing me lately. He basically picked the corporation side. He has DW on all the time. He doesn't have me. I was like, yo, 270 bills. I mean, like not even a phone call, not even a text. It felt a little weird, but I felt the stiff arm, the cold shoulder. It's all good. In any event, a lot of people asked me if there was any sign of Ronda, if we had any conversations, any locking of eyes. And so I did see her from afar. I even saw her husband, Travis Brown, former UFC fighter, from afar. Not sure if they recognized me. I certainly saw them. Kept my distance. My feeling, I didn't get this confirmed, but my feeling was that a request was maybe brought up to do, if she won, a post-match. And it seemed to me like that was denied. So it seems like the beef is still strong. I'm still in the penalty box, as was said to me many, many moons ago. I don't get it. It's a huge misunderstanding, which I would say I got thrown under the bus on that one. I talked about it many years ago. But to answer all the questions, because I got a ton of questions. Did you see Ronda? Did you talk to Ronda? There you go.
So this is a long-standing beef. I'm just now hearing about.
Oh
it.
yeah,
I didn't know
this
was a
dates
thing,
back
yeah.
to 2016. Travis Brown comes on the show. He was accused of some stuff. Spoke to him beforehand about whether or not he wanted to talk about it. I said to him verbatim, "Speak to Rhonda about it first. Make sure she's okay, and then we can come talk." It's a very sensitive subject. They're dating at the time. He said, "Cool." He gives me the thumbs up, and then I get in trouble for it. I mean, can you believe that? I got in trouble for it. How did I get? What did I do wrong? And then, of course, she hates all of MMA media because for some reason she thinks we didn't treat her well after the Holly Holm fight. I will also say I saw a post-match interview with her backstage after winning the Rumble for WWE, and I don't get like I don't know what she is. Is she a good guy? Is she a bad guy? Her whole thing about being anti-fans is weird to me. It's just listen, give me big time Bex all day, Give me Becky
great
$2.
interview with her.
Thank
The local
The
Irish
gazpacho.
slang. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the crack. Yeah, I did hit her in the face with my microphone. That was a little bit weird.
Ooh.
She kind of went in, and I wasn't.
That was another one where it was just like you knew she was gonna win.
Yeah,
I like how the strategy they make you think like they're always like like they make the other person. It feels like the person that loses is always the one that goes out first, like looking all great, and then the other one comes back.
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's part of the. What about Seth Rollins coming out as the Shield? You must have popped for that, right?
No, I didn't know. Like they kept talking about the Shield. I didn't know what any of that was. The Shield and Osos or something. Osmos.
Almost, or the Usos. The Usos being barred
yeah.
from
I
ringside.
don't know,
That was
yeah.
big. Those are
I
his
know,
Usos. Those are his brothers.
Brothers, okay.
Head of the table.
Yeah, I don't know if you
Tribal chief.
You had your friends over at WWE send this over.
Oh, what
to you.
happened?
They showed
What
up in the mail yesterday. A little certificate. Look at that.
Predicted. Oh wow, I didn't know. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Predicted.
Yeah, we're getting a little whitewashed here on the with the light here. Yeah.
So for those just listening,
Yep.
there's a
Thanks to the
certificate of
WWE.
achievement presented to Connor Burks, who predicted both winners of the Royal Rumble. Wow, I didn't realize, and an actual seal, a stamp over there from
Yeah,
WWE, a gold
WWE
stamp.
seal, yeah.
Wow.
So thanks to the WWE.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm proud of this one.
No, that's big. That's big. Will you keep doing it, or is this a one-off?
This is
it.
You could maybe put me TBD for WrestleMania.
Okay. April. We got a few months.
Oh, it's in April.
Yeah. Why?
I was expecting June.
Oh, too soon.
I don't
Okay.
know, yeah.
You need a break.
Yeah. TBD.
Now
It's
you got
added
Now you
TBD.
got a Peacock subscription.
Yep.
So that's
Canceled
good.
it already.
You did?
Yeah, I get the month out of it. Maybe tune in a couple episodes of The Office.
Saved by the Bell.
Yeah. I mean, maybe WWE is my new shtick. The WWE Warlock, because Bellator Burks is
Yeah.
he's dead after this
he is
weekend.
dead.
bury him in the backyard next to the dog.
That's right. Wow. Okay. Well, I'm glad you sort of enjoyed it. Cool crowd.
Yeah, no, I'd say I enjoyed it. The crowd was incredible. 45,000 people
Yeah.
showed up for that.
A
I
lot
was
of people.
shocked.
It was a
Like,
lot of people. Yes.
was very
Also,
incredible.
kind of funny that it was two former UFC fighters who won the Rumble. Like,
I know.
all
It's
the
like
people who
poetic
say there's
justice.
no connection between MMA and pro wrestling, there it is, right in
Yeah.
front of you. MMA and pro wrestling are, they're always going to be linked. And MMA's roots, in my opinion, are in pro wrestling. You watch that, you could see it, right? You could see the feuds, the rivalries, the showmanship, the walkouts. It's all, MMA is all pro wrestling, except for the actual fights, which aren't scripted. By the way, a lot of MMA fans on the roster. It's always interesting when you see the I'm just saying, like, the people who recognize me or want to talk to me about fighting. The coolest part by far is just you're just back there and it's like, oh, the Undertaker walks up to
I
you.
noticed you didn't tell Becky Lynch that we all said hi from the control room.
Well, that was off camera.
Oh, okay.
It's like everyone loved
I mean,
you.
I was watching that
He's
part.
lying.
I'm like,
Yeah.
he's about to mention it.
No, everyone
happened.
loved you on the show. You're welcome anytime. We're all big fans. I mean, I saw Seth, her husband. The baby was in the bus, but it's wild. Backstage at WWE. Who would have thunk it, right?
And no
Yeah.
beef jerky.
No beef jerky. Yes, I'm happy to report no beef jerky. Although
Happy to report.
yeah, I just couldn't do
What
it.
life do you live?
I didn't go very far. But did you guys know that the local thing over there, the local delicacy, actually isn't beef jerky? Everywhere that I went, and everyone on Twitter who saw that I was there, I took multiple different angles of the arch because that's pretty much as far as I went. It's a very nice structure. They all said toasted ravioli. That's the thing.
Oh, I've had fried ravioli. It's fantastic.
But I never had it. Frank, you ever have it?
Never even heard of that.
Toasted ravioli. I don't even know how you toast it. You put it in the oven? I maybe regret not having it, but everyone said you got to try the toasted ravioli
Next time.
next time. All right.
Next time.
I think we got Semtex coming up. So overall, a fun night. You
night.
didn't lose too much.
Entertaining.
You called it when she was a plus 1,400.
I mean,
And you did sort of hedge with 3 other bets, in each
it's a
one.
30-person thing. Come on. You got to take a couple. You got to take 1 or 2.
The other fun thing to do, by the way, is if you you do a pool and you draw numbers. So you pick out 17, and then that's your person. That's what a lot of people do. So it just is just a total.
Get Johnny Knoxville.
Yeah, that was kind of fun, right?
That was fun, but he was like in and out.
Yeah, Bad Bunny. You see Bad Bunny?
Yeah, Bad Bunny. That was.
He did the Canadian Destroyer.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. Well, thank you very much, and we'll talk on Wednesday regarding Sean Strickland. There he is. What's the other one?
Well, LFA. And O's got to go in
Wow,
in Indiana. Hammond, Indiana, and O's got to go.
Oh my gosh. All right. Well, thank you. This is great. He is all in. LFA Burks.